Flosstube, it is Helen D. This is a bonus video. Today we are going to look through my very messy folder of things, waiting very patiently to be fully finished. Some of these have been in there for a while, so some people keep things in an under the bed box or in a drawer. I have a few bigger pieces that I do iron and I hang in the closet. Everything in here is smalls. So I'll be looking at my phone because I did go through and wrote down all the names, the designers, and if I could remember the fabric. How come I can remember the fabric on something I stitched 2-3 years ago, but I can't remember names and I can't remember everyday things? I'm sure many of us suffer from that. So no particular order. They just get shoved in here, and then sometimes they get worked through and moved around and pulled out to potentially finish and then not, and shoved back. Also no ironing, except the 4, I had 4, we'll start with those. I had 4 that were hung up. So, first on the pile, this is Winter Wonderland from Blackbird Designs. Unfortunately, this is a out of print chart that I keep hoping will be re-released, but it hasn't yet. I changed the colors. The fabric is 32 count Vintage Stormy Night Lugana. So there is that one. Next up in my large pile is Wizard of Oz. This is by Satsuma Street. This was a stitch along. It is on 16 or 14, I can't tell. Picture This Plus Haven. This had a way more backstitch than I thought it would. Because Satsuma is kind of known for not having backstitch, so that surprised me. This little one was hung up. Don't know why it doesn't look ironed. This is Spellville from Barbara Anna. This originally came out as a stitch along, but is now just available as an everyday chart. There's 3 colors. I think it's charted in DMC. I think I pulled Victorian Motto. And this one was hung up, so I didn't look at it. It looks like it's on Picture This Plus Tycho, perhaps. So there's that one. And then Midnight Way from the Frosted Pumpkin. Again, this was a stitch along. $14 count Picture This Plus Whimsy. I think it's Whimsy. So, just waiting patiently. Right now, let's open my folder. Turn on my list. I should have printed it out. Oh, and I forgot one. I forgot one because it's upstairs and it's rolled up and it didn't get brought down. It is Happy Christmas by the Prairie Schooler, which I think I stitched in 2019, and I still haven't put in a frame because it doesn't fit in an 8x10. I don't know what I want to do with it, so it sits in the drawer. But I enjoyed stitching it. All right, I'm working on the Christmas Courier Reindeer by Nora Corbett. I have 3 of them done. They're in this stack, not all together. So this one was on the top. I'm gonna need something to put behind these. There. So this one was on top. It is Dasher. All of my reindeer are being stitched on 16 count Haven from Picture This Plus. Ooh, you can see his shiny beads, or her shiny beads. So there is Dasher. I'm kind of waiting on finishing these until I get them all done so that whatever I do, they'll be the same. This is an unfinished berry. This is Home from the Holidays. It's from the book Holiday Home Berries. This is on 32 count platinum lugana. These are specialty stitches. I think she called them modified Rhodes stitches, and the for the is over 1 if you're thinking about stitching this one, just heads up. This one really should be finished and out because it's spring, yet here it is. This is Gnomes in the Garden Row. I did this last year as a stitch along with Carrie of Carrie and Stitches. Hers is up, looks great. There's mine. This is on white or antique white. This one's all folded up. This is Pretty Little Amsterdam by Satsuma Street on what looks to be 16 count or 14 count. I did these all on 14. Haven. You can tell Haven is one of my favorite blues. This might be Aerial, but it looks a little too blue. Aerial's really light, and sometimes white doesn't show up well on it. So that one, I'm gonna leave that one out. I have a frame. I have all the stuff. I just need to do it. So that one will stay out. Jingles from Lizzie Kate. This one's in here. It still needs its buttons attached, but I don't want to do those until I give it its final iron. So this is all of the Jingles. I hit the light. This is on 16 count Crystal Pansy, so it's opalescent, from Picture This Plus. I took a fat quarter, like the 18 by 27, and I just cut it in half the long skinny way. So now I have another long skinny piece to another of these long skinny Lizzie Kates, because I love them. So there's that one. Next up is Plum Pudding by With a Needle and Thread. I left the border off on this because I thought it would make it a little easier for finishing to not have to worry about getting my sides perfectly straight. This is the Cookie Exchange by Hands On Design. This is on 32 count, let me get the name right, Mint Splash. Ooh, I lost my list. Where'd it go? I lost my list, hold on. I sent it to myself. I sent it to myself yesterday. Not there. I wonder if I deleted it. I think this is called Mint Splash. That list is gone. It's in the trash. I'll take that out of the trash. Splash Mint Lugana. I got it on 123. I filled in my cookies and I extended this a little bit so it would be symmetrical. And I think I had to add this little bit up here because I just wanted that to be symmetrical. So that'll be finished for next. Maybe, maybe it will. Here's another reindeer. Prancer. I'm looking at my list and I see one out of place, so that's why I'm taking time. This is Prancer. Again, it's on the Haven Aida with its bling. This one is another berry. This is from the Naughty and Nice berries. This was the first set I did when I didn't realize that you could just take your template, put it on your fabric, make sure you have enough room to leave yourself a ½ inch around and you'd be okay. So I used all this fabric for that little berry, but I love it. And this is just a cream lugana. The Or Nice on the bottom is over one. This little tiny one, I had done an order with Hands-On Design from her website, and this was included as a little freebie chart. I stitched that up last year, so it's just tiny. When I cut it, I'll save this. This is from, it has a weird name, Stingy Jack and Friends. And it's by Erica Michaels, and it's a really cool set, and I hope to get more of them done this year. It's a pumpkin, and then when you finish it kind of like a drum, but not really, but it wraps around so that the boo will kind of come like right up to the back of the pumpkin, and you kind of cinch the top and bottom. Theoretically, I haven't done one yet. This is the smallest one. There's like 5 of them in that chart pack, and this one I had to scrap just the right size. So that's the smallest of the pumpkins, and then they get a little bigger. This is the one that was out of order. This is, no, it's not. This is Peace on Earth. And it is by Petal Pusher. I don't know what this fabric is. It's a mystery. It's Mystery Picture This Plus. I love this one. I've had a hard time finding a frame or a something to finish it on that's the right size. You know, that's kind of the right dimensions. There's another Barbie piece, is the one that was out of order, and I have no idea where it went. I have a missing, maybe it went to finish itself. That would be nice. This is a little one by Barbara Anna. It was in the 2019 Winter Punch Needle and Primitive Stitch. It's on some mystery gray Aida. I just haven't finished it. This is part of the Home for the Holidays. No, it's not. It's called Christmas Square Dance, and it's by Heart and Hand, and it's a series of 9 of these. And then she has on her website this free border, and you can just stitch 3 of them. So that's what I did. I stitched 3 of them with the border. So I need to finish that. Here's 2 that have been done, should have been done for last Christmas. Yeah, here they sit. These are from the Secret Santa by Hands-On Design. They're on 14 count vintage Tiffany with the call force. These are the, I think I did 5. 3 of them are done. These 2 are not. So I'm doing them like she does in the shape that she had. I just didn't get to those. Honestly, I think I even have the mat board cut, because when I cut it, I'm sure I cut all of it. So that's just pitiful. Here is my last finished reindeer. This one is Dancer. I love these. I need to get a couple more of those done this year. This tiny guy is Quirky Quaker. This is Bigfoot. He was in her Mythical Creatures bundle, and I used sulky thread, I think, on some scrap of something. I know I stitched this one in the car when we came back from West Virginia last year. This is Leggy Swimmer by Heart and Hand. I did the Leggy Leprechaun. He's just out of sight. When I did Leggy Swimmer, I made her less leggy because my plan was to finish her as a pillow. Now I'm wishing I'd made her leggy so I could finish her as a stand-up. So we'll see. She might, and I changed all the colors. She might just be a little pillow, and then I might stitch it again to make her leggy. This was Stitching Book Club, A Christmas Carol. 2020 maybe? 2019? I think 2020. This is just on a scrap. Hello Summer, maybe this will get done. Primrose Cottage, Hello Summer. This is just, you can get it as a PDF right on their Etsy. This one is Christmas Trees by the Prairie Schooler. It's on an 18 count fabric that I believe is Herald. I use sulky white and some kind of red. These are bigger than you think because this is one of those little like 8 by 12 pieces and he's on this whole side. I haven't finished him because I want to just flip it and stitch one on this side before I cut it, but I haven't done that yet. I actually keep waiting for the other Christmas Trees 2 book to be re-released because there's a couple in there I like and it hasn't come out yet. So this is a la-di-da chart called Trick or Treat or Smell My Feet. It was in one of the old Halloween magazines, and I know it's in one of the ones on the DVD, the Just Cross Stitch Halloween DVD, because I have the DVD. But it's also now listed as a freebie on their website. That's my stomach. Can you guys hear that? It's lunchtime. And unless I find the missing one, this is it. This is October Feast by With Thy Needle and Thread. And he's cute. I think I changed some colors in him too. I don't remember. And he's on a scrap of something that looks like doubloon or oaken. So that is all but one of my waiting very patiently to be finished up. Sometimes when I finish things, people say, oh, you stitched so quick. How'd you get all those done? If I'm fully finishing, it's like, I finished that 2 years ago. I just finally got around to actually doing it. Yeah, my other one is not in here. It is Heaven and Nature Sing by Barbie from Petal Pusher, and I just finished it last winter, and it's adorable. Now I gotta figure out where it is. It might have been on top and just kind of fallen out when I pulled everything in my very fancy package. So thank you guys. I know it's always fun, I think, to look at other people's finishing and different designs that you may not have seen, especially because some of these are older because they've been waiting. So I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys. I'll put a list below too of all the charts with their designer, and if I remembered the fabric, I'll take that list out of my trash and copy it down there so that you can find stuff. So thank you guys. Bye.